Mates, Mike here, just a Koi. How are you all doing? Welcome back. Exciting day for me today. I'm going to be moving the fish in. So I've been looking forward to this for ages, so I'm quite happy today. So what I'm going to do, there's a couple of things I'm going to do first before putting them in. So let me just spin you around and show you what I'm going to do. So if you remember, I did do a water test in my last video on this water, and although the pH was fine, you may have noticed there was no carbonate hardness, so KH was 0. So I'm going to be looking at buffering that before I put the fish in and trying to get a reading of about 5. Now, a couple of things I'm going to be doing also, being as this is fresh water, I bought some sodium sulfate. This will actually take the chlorine out of the water. You have got to watch when you're using it, avoid contact with eyes, skin and clothing, so you've got to put some protective gloves on with it. So I'm going to be adding that to get rid of the chlorine. I got my bicarb there, that's what I'm going to be buffering up my KH with. Now you probably will have noticed, if you've been following the channel, I always buffer weekly for KH. That's one of the things I do check weekly. I don't bother checking many of my other parameters. Obviously, with the pond being new, I could get new pond syndrome, so I will be checking things more closely going forward for a month or so. But KH is what I normally keep an eye on, and I find if you stabilize your KH, everything else seems to be in line. That's what I found over the years since I've been keeping an eye on that. So got my Pure Plus filter start gel. I'll be putting that in today. It's pointless putting that in before you put fish in, because you need ammonia to get that activated. So that will be going in. I'll put most of it in the moving bed, and the other 2 filters I've got matured media in anyway, so but I will be putting a drop in there as well, but most of it will go into the moving bed. So I'm going to get started with that and get the sodium in, the thisulfate. We do that first, get some bicarb in, and then do a test and see if I can get some improvement on my KH. So without further ado, that's what I'm going to get done. So what I've done, I've put half of the thisulfate into the bucket of pond water, stirred it. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to put the rest in. You can't overdo that stuff, so I'm going to put it all in, and hopefully it should be more than enough to treat this water. So that's what I'm doing now. Right, we leave that circulate round for a while. That should work. I got plenty of movement on this water now with the new setup, so that should pump around nicely. I've also had the air stones on, so that's going to help gas off any chlorine anyway, so hopefully everything will be spot on there. I did put my UV on, but I hadn't quite wired it correctly. Well, I had wired it correctly, but I hadn't pushed on one of the connectors, so the bulb wasn't lighting up. I've since adjusted that and switched it on, so hopefully this will clear up shortly. So I'm going to get my KH in next, my sodium for the KH, so I'm going to bicarb it. I'll probably put that into the filter and run it through that way, so let me get that done next. Catch you in a bit. Right guys, that's the cup I normally use when I do my bicarb. Now if you remember, on the old pond I was probably putting about half to 3/4 in either weekly or fortnightly. Obviously there's more volume in here, so I don't know what I'm going to actually be using as yet, but I will be keeping an eye on the parameters. Like I say, with the new pond syndrome, I will be keeping a close eye on everything, but in the past mainly it's my KH that I keep an eye on, because if you keep that right, it does stabilize the pond and stop a crash. So that's the main test that I tend to do, and it will keep my pH quite stable as well. So I'm going to put 2 or 3 of those cups into the moving bed and then see if I can get a reading on the pond in 10 minutes or so. Catch you in a bit. Not so nice today guys. Raining again now, starting to rain, but I'm going to get this done anyway. But I've waited so long and I've been doing it in real bad weather, so today's not going to be any different. So the sodium bicarb is in. I'm just giving it 10 minutes now, and then I'm going to do a reading on it and see what we've got from there. So I'll catch you in a couple of minutes when I get that done. Right guys, so I've done a KH test. I have now got KH in the pond. I have to put in 3 of those in, but it's only taking 1 drop to change the colour, so I'm going to put another 3 in and see where we go from there. Right, so I haven't got a proper koi bowl, but I have got one of these blue things which I've used in the past. I bought a sticker from Elite Koi, so it's got the measurements. It's only going up to 50, unfortunately, this one, so some of my fish are not going to fit in there, but I'm going to measure the smaller ones and make a note of it, and then I can watch the progress. So I will be getting a bigger bowl at some point, but for now this is what we're going to use. So I've got to get these nets off. This water's still green. I was hoping it would have cleared up, but I couldn't put a UV on, and now she's only running 1 tab and there's no media on. There's no media on that either, so I'm keen to get them out. I am topping up the water. Hopefully when it gets a bit fuller I'll be able to see what's in there. It's going to be quite easy to get some of them out, but some of the smaller ones will be hiding away, and there is a couple of goldfish which I need out. So anyway, I'm going to pull these nets off now and get my net and see if I can get some of the smaller ones out for this class. Okay guys, I'm going to get this in now. What I'm going to do, like I said earlier, I'm going to put a bit in 1, bit in 2, and I'm going to put most of it in the moving bed. I'm going to turn the air off to do it, and leave it just run through as normal for about an hour, and then switch it back on. So that's what I'm going to do. Once it's in, like I say, put most of it in there, but I've put a good bit in there. Surprising how much is in that bottle. These are matured anyway, so better luck. They don't really need doing, but that certainly is going to need a good kickstart. So hopefully now that'll be good. So let's get the fishing. Right guys, this is the first one going in the pond. I've had a quick measure. He's 42 cm, so he's going to be the first one going in. He is the king of the pond. He's the one that if anything's going on, he's the first one nosing around. He'll come up to the net. He's always the first one. He's not afraid of anything, that one. So he's the first one going in. There he goes into his new home. Get him in there, Alf.
Let him go in.
Is he away?
There he is.
There he goes. This is one of my Sanks. Lovely skin quality on this one again. I think the green water they've been in has really helped with the skin. They got a lovely shine to them, and they really feeling, looking good at the moment. That one is measuring in at 42. And there's Alf there just releasing him in for me. They don't want to leave the bowl.
No, they don't leave. I love it.
Yeah, well done, Alf.
There it is.
It's another one.
Couple in there.
Right, this one's 35 cm going in today. Good, Alf.
You don't understand.
I can't believe
There we
it.
go.
They don't want to leave the bowl.
No. I think they just go head on into the bowl. There he is.
Right. There he goes. Well done. Right, there's Jaws in the net. We're not going to risk putting him in the bowl. He's not going to fit, so I'm going to get him in the sock and then put a guest stress. Here you go. This is another one of my Sankey. This one's measuring up at 34 cm. Again, nice skin quality, healthy looking fish. Definitely improved over the winter in that green water. It's be interesting to take a few measurements here, because I'll try them again then midsummer and see if there's any improvement on the new food. So Alf's getting him in. Well done. He's on his way. This is my Shiro Itsuri. I had him off Vince from Twisted Koi. He's Adam Breyer fish. I really like this one. His skin quality at the moment is really, really nice. He's got a bit of more sumi coming out on the right hand side. So when I had him, I believe he was 21 cm. He's now measuring up at 22 cm. So I think once he goes in the pond now and obviously starts on a bit of the growth food, he's really going to put some pounds on. So looking forward to that one. Right, here's another one. You can tell I like these Sankey. This one is one of the smaller ones. He's a 25 cm. Again, lovely condition, and I'm hoping to see some growth out of him this season. So yeah, bet he can't wait to get in this pond. Get him in, Alf. There he goes. Right guys, let's get a bit of food on for him. See how we... I was a bit worried about the glass with them feeding close to it, but should be alright. They're enjoying our coffee. It's a glorious day today, really nice and warm. Anyway, a couple of other things to do, so I'll catch you shortly. Right, so I need to get my shower back up and running. Been waiting for a couple of fittings to arrive, which have turned up now. So what I'm going to try and do, is connect. That's a 20,000 pump. I'm going to connect it up there, and then I'm going to route it over to that flexi and up and get the shower running. So that shouldn't really take long to do. So I'm going to knock something up and go from there. So we get what I'm going to need and have a look what we're going to do. So I got some of the tools out I'm going to need. Got my cement again. What I'm going to do, solvent there and there, and I've got these flexible bolts then to go on the front face of the pump. So I'm going to solvent that, get that on first, and then see what we got from there. So without further ado, that's what I'm going to do. Happy days. Right, so that's what I've done. Set it up. Pumps there, it's all connected. So that should work spot on. So it's going to pull it out on gravity and then pump it up into the spray bar. Don't know whether to. I am really thinking of upgrading the shower and taking it from there and putting it down the side, because that does look a bit of a mess there. From, like I've showed you before, we've got like an area at the back of the house. I don't need to look scruffy. Anyway, it's going up for now. I'll have a think about that. But I am thinking of putting in a different shower, possibly over that end across there, and I can just run the pipework around to it. But so it'll be alongside that feeder. But anyway, we'll leave it there for now. Right, let me wire it up and get it on. Right, I've just put a plug on this because it was hardwired before. I'm going to mount it over here. Don't worry about them nets, they're not staying there, just put them there for a minute. Got power in there, so I'm going to be able to plug into that box, and I'll probably mount that then up by the fish feeder. So I'm going to do that bit next, get in by there, get it sorted, and hopefully it'll be working and it'll pick a bit of that mess up off the top. It's funny, they never touched the lilies in the old pond, but they've been chewing hell out of them. They must have been missing them. So, but there's still plenty there. But they are giving them a good old chewing. Mind, I'm only feeding them twice a day a minute, so they're probably really hungry. I need to get this timer and everything set up on there. And I have got a new food for this year which I'm going to try, so I'll show you that when I get that working. So yeah, let me get that fitted up for now and we'll go from there. Guys, that's up and running. That's all screwed onto the wall. Happy days. I've got that pump on 35, which is only up a little way, so skimmer's working down the bottom now nicely. I should chasing each other. That's soon as they see me, they think it's full time. Yeah, skimmer's working, he's pulling in the leads already. You see, when you put it on, a trickle, so it's already picking up these. I'll clean them out now. It's been running quite a few days without the skimmer on there, but it's made a big difference already. Oh, that's just a sponge that I did have in there. There's the shower working. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, all looking good, guys. All starting to take shape. Right, catch you in a bit. Right, guys, I suppose I got to end the video with a look through the window. Like I say, the pond will get a lot clearer, but sitting here with a drink, listening to the water, watching the fish, I don't think there's much better ways of chilling out. I'm really over the moon with this. I'm glad I put the glass in. I did think, you know, koi do look better from above, but you know, when you run the side, obviously you can stand and sit on the side, but when you be here, you can see them through the glass, and yeah, I'm so glad I done it. Over the moon with it, like I say. So hope you've enjoyed watching the video so far. There's lots more to come, so keep tuned in. But for now, all the best, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.